Hey everybody, it's Erin, and today we're going to make a scrapbook layout. I have not made one in ages. So this last summer we went up to Canada, which we go every summer because that's where I'm from, to see my parents, and I got a family picture, which I always seem to forget to do. So we're going to make a family scrapbook layout, which goes perfectly with the Jillibean Soup papers and kit that I got, because it is all about family, which I love this. So there's so many things on here that work for family, and that is what we are going to create with today. I love it. So the background paper we're going to use is this giant one right here. I got to trim off the edge, so I'm going to do a little bit of trimming real fast, and I'll come back and show you what we're doing next. All right, first step is I went ahead and cut down my back layer, and when I make scrapbook pages, I do lots of layering. That is my key thing. Now, I have not new at this design. This is a design that I saw on scrapbook.com, which I think is a great inspiration if you're kind of like, I don't know where to go with cards, with whatever. Go in there, kind of browse, get an idea from somebody, and then kind of tweak it and make it your own. So this is not 100% me. This is inspiration from somebody else, which I think is the biggest compliment. So I'm not sure what her real name is, but I got this from a layout that Carrie1977 did on scrapbook.com, of which the links for all the supplies from the Xyron that we're going to be using to all the fun papers from Jillibean Soup will be listed below. So this is my cute little family, and you love them. And so far we've got lots of black going on, and I try to sometimes stay within the colors of what is in the picture, but there's so much happening in the picture between my daughter. I mean, she's got the same color kind of flower. I've got a navy, we got gray, we got green, we got a bright blue, and then all the greenery in the background. So you know what? I'm just not going to worry about it. Usually I try and worry about it, but not this time. So right now I'm just cutting and making layers to go behind my picture. And I'm going to twiddle for a minute, and then we'll come back and you guys can see where I'm at with that. Okay, so this is kind of where I've got it going right now. And before I get any further, I always take a picture because this is kind of where I want to be. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to take a picture of where I'm at. Now, I have not added anything that is stuck down yet. So this is all just layers of papers upon each other. And now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add my stickers. So I know I'm going to be adding a few little fun stickers. And if you notice, I did keep with a very simple color palette here. The only little pop of color on here besides the grays and the whites is that teal color. And if I kept it very monotone, I mean like one singular color, then it's not going to be pulling in a lot of different directions. And I do love this color palette. It's really kind of fun. Okay, so next step down is I'm going to stick everything down, but I'm going to stick it kind of in a backwards fashion. So I know I love this little action happening here. I'm also an inker, so we got to get the ink out. And it's going to be a black ink because I want to add that little pop of another color. I'm not going to ink every single layer, but there are going to be some inkings of certain layers. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this in black. I'm leaving this white circle. This did not come from the kit. It has been, and I'm not going to ink this piece. So basically just the big, not the die cut pieces and not the circles, because those I love with a white edge, but the cut pieces of paper is what I'm going to be inking. So back to the circles. I have had these circles. I don't even know if I can find them anymore. It is something that is been in my stash, and I opened up a drawer to actually find a doily, and I came across that and went, oh, well, that's even better. I'll use that. So that's where I went with it. All right, so I'm going to layer this right on top of here. So as you can tell, I'm starting to work with my layers. And then going back to my picture, because I want to make sure I had it the way I liked it. Yeah, I had it like this. So I had it barely butted up. And then this piece is going to go on here. So first of all, actually, I'm going to lift this up because this is all together. I can move this little love piece over. Let's get this out of the way. And then I can put some my layers. The other fun thing is I added these guys, and these ones I think I'm going to ink because otherwise they kind of hide. But I am going to ink this entire page and glue it down. Use my Xyron Mega Runner for this. It's fantastic. And the back paper does matter which direction it goes, but the other paper does not. So the reason this was actually one piece, I cut it in half. I'm going to save to put that in later, because if for any reason, after I'm done putting all my layers on here, I'm like, ooh, that's just too much, can't do it. It's not going to work. Then I don't have to put it on there. But if I glue it on, I'm a little off. I'm just fixing my line here. It's hard to see with background paper, which is one reason why I did a busy background. Usually I do a very plain background for my scrapbook page, but this time I did a busy background with more of a plain on the front, really to make sure that that picture popped. Now I'm going to add this. This is what I would call a flatty layout, meaning it fits very easily in a scrapbook page, but it's got lots of layers, so it's just kind of different. All right, no, I had it this way. And I'm diverting a little bit because I really want this circle to go right in the center of this. And then I can add another layer into this. So right now I've got 1, 2, 3. I need to add 2 more because layers of 5 were good. But I love this kind of doily packaging happening in the background. I don't know, it just works for me. Okay, pulling back my little cluster effect. I did take my picture, so I can remove this. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove these, and I'm going to pop these guys into my sticker maker. And I'm also going to pop this into my sticker maker too. So this is the Zion 3-inch sticker maker. Oh, I do want to ink the edge of this one in particular, because when I cut it, it has a little bit of a white border, and I don't like that. The other ones, they were already, like this one I cut out of a sheet of paper. I cut this out of this paper right here. You can see all those little boxes. The other ones were already cut. So there's no white lines. It's the way they are, which I'm happy with. Fit all these in here and then tear it off. Turn them all into stickers. Makes my life easy. All right, so these are saved and ready to go now. And I'm going to remove my picture, pull up my little squares, and start with the back layer. And these ones I will ink, just to give them a little bit of a change in depth here. Sometimes I like to rough up the edges, but for this particular project, I'm not. I just like having that layer. It almost looks like I've added a layer of black paper in between. So it's like a layer of dimension, even though I didn't have dimension. I learned this a long time ago, and I just love the look of it. I'm not going to bother inking this because it's going to get tucked inside. And then I am not inking this piece. I like it the way it is. But I do want to clean up these little pieces because it's kind of hard to cut a circle without leaving a funny edge, but I want it to be a little cleaner. Just like that. Oops, I went a little overboard. To pretend I didn't do that. This was the edge of the paper, so I want these lines to really be showing. All right, open up my picture again so I don't screw it up. Okay, I had this on the background going vertically. So I'm going to layer all the pieces on top and then decide exactly. So I'm not gluing this down to here yet. So I'm going to layer all these pieces down first. I want to have this down. There's that. Now, and here's the weird thing. I also sometimes ink my pictures. And yes, this is a ink that is safe for pictures. I've been doing it for years, and none of my pictures have a problem. So there you go. Plus, when you touch your pictures, you're not acid-free anyway with your fingers. You've probably been touching stuff. All right, so now I'm going to put this down. Oh, this has got to go down first. All right, so put that off to the side. The reason why I ink my pictures is because when you cut, you end up seeing a white line, and I don't want to see the white line. I want it to look cleaner, I think is the best way to describe it. Add this going all the way through. And yeah, I'm adding adhesive to parts that are going to stick down. I'm just making sure that they don't stick. So I want this beautiful line to show right here. So it's going to go right there. This kind of goes right smack in the middle, almost smack in the middle. Oh, I think I'm going to have it right in the middle. Usually I off-center all my layers so you can see them. Because what's the point of having layers if they're right on top of each other and then you can't see them? And I don't like a matchy-matchy. Like, to me, that doesn't make sense. Why not pop it up a little bit and you see a hint of this, and it creates more dimension when you don't have everything line up just perfectly. So you can see that the edge of that versus pushing this all the way up to the top and then you can't see it. It hides that corner. You're like, well, is that corner there? Do you even see it? If you just drop it down a titch, you can see that little layer. It adds another layer of dimension, and it's really cool. Plus, here's the other fun thing. When you do that, and if you notice, I'm hiding the edge. I'm not pushing it so far so you can see it. This little teal paper, I don't want to see it in there. I do kind of want to hide that edge. When you do that, now it gives you a line here. So I've got a line here, a line here. I've got some lines here that you can add little fun elements like small stickers or something. And it gives you a place so your stickers are not floating off into space. So just a little heads up there, kind of fun thing. I also have some lines here. And I think because I have this element in the corner, this is going to rest to give it like some opposite direction. Now I'm going to come in with my picture. And again, I don't want to line my picture up directly with my mat. I think that looks funny. So my picture is going to rest just a little bit in, or it could rest kind of off. I think that might look kind of cool too. So it's kind of a mat, but kind of not. So if it rests just off, which is different than the picture in my phone. I didn't do that, but I'm thinking I kind of like that feeling. So I'm going to come in. Just because I took a picture and I liked it earlier does not mean I don't have the right to change my mind. I do. And if you notice, this piece and this piece are not perfectly aligned either. So everything's got its own little dimension, which I think is kind of cool. All right, so here we go. Line that up. It creates kind of like a little embellishment set within itself. I think I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. You want to make sure all your layers, another way to look at it, because sometimes if you flip it over, you go, okay, that looks lined up there. This is even across here. All the layers look even. Then you are good. So come in, pop this down. What's funny is it looks like a giant mess on the back, but on the front, you're like, ooh, those colors work really well. And it's kind of cool how that works out. All right, so that is there. Now, I definitely want to add in my family. That's a key thing here. That's the title. I have like 2 titles happening. I have This Is Us, Our Life, Our Story, Our Home, which we aren't at home, but you know, you get the idea. And then the other key title on this is Family. I'm not particularly fond of my chest. I think it's too big. This is just a personal thing. So I just feel like it's all everybody sees. And I don't want that to be the mainstay, but I don't want to cover up my daughter because she's down and we were taking a selfie. So I'm going to kind of cover up myself right here, just like that. And then it's kind of, I'm hiding. So if there's something in the picture that you're like, ugh, not too thrilled with that, stick a sticker over it, especially if it doesn't cover up the main part of what is happening in the scenario. All right, I love this little one. It says family, a little bit of crazy, a little bit of loud, and a whole lot of love. I got to figure out where to put that because it is just amazing. This is this washi tape sticker that they've come up with. So these stickers, but they're washi tape, and I am in love with this. So I don't know where, oh, I know. We're going to just nestle this. There's just a little hint up there in the corner. All right, there's all these little cute ones that say love, laugh. And this is what I was talking about, the corners. You can come in and add a little something like right there. You can come in and add little things kind of here and there. And there's a whole bunch. There's a love. And you can have them facing the right way or not. They're just like little hidden gems that you can kind of pop in here and there that are all kind of also fitting in with the design here. I do need a big item right here, and I'm trying to find something that's nice and vertical. I have all these beautiful stickers. I also have all these little cutouts. I did pick out one cutout, and it says love, and maybe that, I don't know, I'm fighting with that. And I don't like it over here too. So I'm just not going to use it. If I'm fighting with it, I don't like it enough. All right, so I found this star, which I think is just fabulous. I'm going to add that star. Again, I'm going to turn this into a sticker. It's going to rest right here. And then there is another beautiful sticker because everything works better in 5. So you got to count. And there's some other fun ones, but I like this one. It says love you more. I think it's just perfect. And it just goes right there like that. Gorgeous. I love this little teal star. So we're going to pop this in here. Right there. I don't want to be super matchy-matchy with all my stuff. And there's a little teal heart. So we're going to come down and we're going to pop this right there. Just kind of give it a little bit of something, an opposite direction. Now, I did have these little pieces I cut out. I want to decide, I think I'm going to pop one right here. Yeah, just a little something. So it's a little something there. I'm going to come in and I'm going to pop one down here. There we go. And I thought about inking, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I like it the way it is. The last little thing I always need to do is you need to do some sort of journaling thing. So I think I'm going to tie it. I haven't glued this part down. I think I can fit like a little tag that we can pull out to journal on. So that is what I'm going to do next. All right, so I found this tag, which actually has blue on the back, but we're not going to use the blue part. And we're going to hide it right into there. So I'm actually going to glue down everything on the sides, like right here and right here. But this part will be open, so you can still pull this little tag out. And I got to figure out what I'm going to put on the outside. Probably just a little bit of ribbon, so that way you know, oh, it's a pull tag. And I want it to kind of tuck in. So I'm lifting up and unsticking. I've been kind of fiddling with this to make sure that the adhesive is nice and clean, coming all the way through to the point where, and I'm good, I can go right to there. So now I'm going to come in with my adhesive and go all the way to here, all the way to here, come in right here, and right here. It's like making that little pocket. And then that way this can slide in and out, just like that. Ta-da! Now I gotta fix my picture because I folded it. Shh, don't tell anybody. All I'm gonna do on this little tag now is I'm gonna write on here basically what we did, you know, where we were. I have kind of a defining line. So I'm gonna kind of fold. Actually, I know where it is. We're gonna be going right, I'm gonna be journaling right up to this point. So I'm just going to give myself a fold so that way I know, okay, well, that's the point up there that I can journal. So that we don't see my script kind of sticking out. So just giving myself a little bit of a fold. You're never going to notice it because it's going to be hiding behind this thing anyway. There it is. I'm just going to quickly grab a little bit of some black twine. Actually, I have some teal twine that'd be perfect. So for this, I'm just going to do a standard little kind of pull through on this. So pull through, just like that. And then I'm going to do just a little knot so it doesn't come undone. And because you're not seeing the back side of this tag, because I'm just doing it on the white side, you could also write on the back. You could write on both sides. It really doesn't matter. I don't want this to be too long, so I'm going to pull off those real fast and then tuck this in. All right, so I was trying to fiddle with putting the bow up there, but that already has a nice 5 layers. But I thought, look how cute that would look down there. So I'm gonna add the tiniest little bit of adhesive onto this. It just needs a little bit, enough to stick. I don't need a ton because it's such a lightweight little bow, and then just nestle it right there. And it just ties in another spot, and these are too long. There we go, that looks better. And that's it. Super simple layout using Xyron and Jillibean Soup. Again, links are all down below. Hope you enjoy my little funny where my camera completely drops on me here in a second. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also my bell button so that way you get notifications of new projects and videos I am making. And I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye. Now, holy crap. Total meltdown. All right, so those of you who just caught that, because this is in the blooper reel now, my camera just went, whoops.